They played hard. They had nothing to lose. They were a better team tonight, and I feel like sometimes we're backed up and having to work a long field. And in the day, I got to make better decisions. I got to lead the guys. And, think about a different outcome, but get back and not let this game beat us twice.
Drake, Mac had warned about kind of dealing with success and not looking ahead, and you guys know that. So what's it like kind of knowing that you can't look ahead and then you're out there and it feels like it's happening?
Yeah, you just gotta try to find a way to change that, to make a change. I feel like all week, I felt preparation-wise, energy-wise, I felt like we had it. I felt like nothing really was different. Like Coach Brown was preaching all day, not to have us, let us be overcome with success and have it end up biting us. And I think our team did that. Just happened to be one of those games, and things didn't go our way. Hit a touchdown, a holding penalty. I had a couple chances at the end offensively. I got the ball in my hand, game on the line. I got to make a play and win the game.
How early tonight did you sense that overall you guys weren't in the same zone you'd been in the first 6 games?
It was one thing throughout the first quarter. In that first drive, lackadaisical offensive wise. They came down, they scored, and from there on, I feel like we're in a dogfight. So trying to find a way. We were up 24-14, and I think the defense didn't end up scoring 24-21, and we had like maybe a 3 and out or a short drive. We can't do that. We had too many times where we didn't sustain drives, and that started with me, and just have to play better.
Not putting something on the receivers, but when you're dealing with a situation where there are more drops than usual, how does that affect you in your next throw and the throw after? Because a couple of them look like you missed more than you usually do. I was wondering if there's...
No, it doesn't affect me at all. I think at the same time, I trust those guys. I know they're going to catch the next one. I think they're more hard on themselves and trying to pick them up. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't affect me. It's just one of those things where you trust your guys, and you're going to make the next play. So start with me, and I think some balls are I like to have back. I like to have that. I think the guys we give up and fought, but we just end up turn out our way.
Late in the game, you get the break, when the ball's falling through the end zone for the touchback. But there's just a feeling in the huddle, okay, we're going to go down and win the game now. It's kind of been that kind of season where you've been able to make the plays when you need it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, same type thing. Kind of felt a little bit like the Georgia Tech thing last year. Just felt like we're going to end up finding a way to win it, and things didn't go our way, and got to find a way to do a better job making plays. In the fourth quarter, in the game-winning drive. That's what we prepared for in practice. I try myself and be able to do the game on the line, make a play, and I think come out victorious whether however the game went.
Drake, I think it was, I think I've got it right. I think Lamorion only had 5 carries in the second half. I mean, would you have liked to see that number higher? He ran for 100 yards, but I don't know. 5 seems low to me in the second half. Like, would you have liked to see that number higher?
Yeah, I think it was one of those things coming out of the first half into the second half. We scored in that first one that had short fields, like maybe you got on the 40, and then after that, I think we had a play where we gave it to them, and had 2 passes, 3 and out, and then those last couple drives in the fourth quarter, we trying to win the game. And one of those things you don't want to keep the clock running and stuff, but at the same time, 28's doing a heck of a job. So we're also trying to find ways to get 20 the ball. I think on that last, maybe the first down and this drive before the last one, I pulled it into a defensive end. I gave him the rock. He made a score there. So.
You guys can't finish undefeated now this year. There's a lot that's still out there for you. Is that going to make it a little bit easier? I know it's as hard as it is to reflows and get moving.
Yes, sir. Yeah, what we're destined for and what we're striving for this offseason is the ACC championship. And that's still, in reach. So we're trying to kind of put one behind us, learn from it, and get back after it because that's the end of the goal. When you get back to the ACC championship and move on from this.
Just talking about that play you just mentioned regarding the second to last drive where you pulled it out and you could have given it to Martin. Was that the play where it ended up being a sack on first down? And kind of, I guess, what was your thought process? What did you see throughout that play?
Yeah, that last time, we were getting it moving and the D-line was tired. And I gave it to Marion the time to kick the field goal in the red zone. And we had the same play, and the defensive ends were tired, and the linebackers were tired. We kind of just sat on it, ended up being a TFL. So, my thought was just kind of go put the ball in my hands, make a play, and they ended up both sitting on me. So, just got to stay consistent and, my rules and, hand it off.
Drake, people are obviously going to be bummed about people that pull for you are going to be bummed that you're not perfect anymore on the season. In terms of like the locker room, what's the feeling like in there after this? Do you feel like it's a crushing type feeling, or like how would you sort of gauge the pulse of what's going on in there right now?
Yeah, I think just I think what Brown said, just disappointed. I wouldn't say crushing. I think we got still a lot of things to look forward to. We got some big time games coming up at the end of the season. Let's try to go undefeated and make something special here. Obviously, you hate to see that, but at the same time, we still got a lot of things in reach, and I got to do my job, keep these guys ready, get the offense ready, and get back after Georgia Tech.
All right, thanks, Rick.
Appreciate it, Drake.
What was the issue you guys were having, especially their running game? How those inside runs, they were getting big chunks a good part of the night.
From my perspective, there's not really anything that I can really see personally of what was going on. So I can't really speak on that specifically. But I mean, Virginia had a plan. They stuck to their outside zone, split outside zone plays, and they were very successful off of them. But in particular, I don't know what happened in general from all the way across the board. I can't really tell you specifically, but I mean, Virginia came to play and we weren't. So.
Did you have a sense at some point early in the game that something maybe was a little bit off with you guys collectively?
No, I just feel like we did everything we could. Virginia just happened to have us on one up. So, I feel like we were ready to play. We just had a lot of misfits. We didn't execute a lot of the plays that were given. So it is what it is. So there's not really anything that I can say.
Mac looked like he pulled you aside there, I think sometime in the first half, and there was a lot of frustration, and talked to you briefly, and you kind of went almost to every individual guy on the defense just to kind of talk to them. What did Mac kind of tell you, and what was that moment like for you?
All he told me was to just kind of keep my hands out of the face of the offensive lineman and just not to talk as much. We're competitors. We're going to talk. It happens, especially when you go against one of the oldest rivalries in the South. So there's going to be some chirping, and I did so myself, but it is what it is. But the biggest thing for me, we got a lot of leaders on this team. Said is a very emotional leader, so is Power. So with them being very emotional leaders, I'm kind of like the mediator. I just like to keep everybody in check, make sure to keep everybody's heads up and make sure everybody understands listen with this because it's not looking too bright right now. We still got to keep our heads up. We still got a game to play. So that was essentially what happened in that sense.
Kind of talking about the emotional leaders of you guys. Did it feel like tonight was the first time maybe the frustration snowballed over across multiple quarters?
I mean, I believe so just a little bit. But I mean, just for the fact that there were some runs that were made that we should have stopped and we didn't. So, like I said, at the end of the day, we're competitors. So for us to have that happen and then for how we want to raise our standard of defense, we didn't play that today. So of course there were some frustrations that happened today. So we kind of moved it over this time.
And you said going into today, you felt like you all were prepared, ready to play, things of that nature. Throughout practice throughout the week, did you feel the approach was pretty much the same as the prior weeks as far as just obviously the preparation and see you all's mentality going into Virginia?
Yeah, I feel like the approach was the same each and every week prior to this. Like I said, Virginia, they played us well, they schemed us well, they had plays, killed us on the quarterback draw, and then they hit some play action passes off of it. So, they were ready to play, they had a plan, and came to play. So, there wasn't really anything different on an emotional aspect of how we could have came in different. But, I feel like we had the energy going throughout the week. It's just Virginia.
You have to get up tomorrow and ask Mac about having a little bit of a different message to you guys because you've won the first 6. In your mind, as one of the leaders and one of the spokesmen on defense, what kind of stuff do you guys discuss tomorrow to eventually cut the cord to this and move forward as quickly as you can?
Figure out what we did wrong. There's not really much to it than that. Just figure out the mistakes that we made, why we made those mistakes, and anything that we can do from fixing here on out. So it's going to be a couple of conversations tomorrow, but it's needed. We lost, so we got to have these conversations in order to move forward. For the rest of the season, that's our plan. So.
Kaimon, you guys had obviously been able to sort of find the adjustments in some of these games and correct the course and win every one of them. Was it almost surprising that you weren't able to make the right adjustments or sort of figure it out on the fly tonight?
People are human. People are going to make mistakes. Not everybody's going to have a fix all when it comes to stuff like this. So, you know, you can't really say we didn't have an answer, we couldn't really make adjustments, we did make adjustments. Like I said, Virginia, they, just like any team would, they would make adjustments as well. So, it's just one of those things where we made adjustments, they made adjustments, we just had to see who would execute them better. Virginia executed it better, so.
Looking at how last year ended, what do you and the team personally need to do differently to make sure like this loss doesn't snowball and compound into multiple losses in the streak?
Keep our confidence. Don't let one game define who we are. You know, I mean, obviously it's a very tough loss for us. This is not a loss that we expected nor that we won't. But we can't let this carry on until next week. We gotta have amnesia with this, move on, move forward, and continue to get better each and every week. Whether that's bringing more energy, whether that's being more positive on the sideline, whatever that case may be. But you know, we just gotta keep on grinding, keep chopping, and go on to the next week.
Yeah, that's good.
Kaimon, you normally, you can go. That's fine.